Okay, good evening, everybody. Good evening, and welcome to our call for tonight. And I know folks are going to be coming in as we speak, so um, just want to kind of say hello. And I'm a little different here. I'm on a new desk here, so going to be slightly different. But in any case, hope that you all are doing well. And I think it is about 6:58. And let me turn on the chat while we are waiting. And we'll do that. All right, so the chat is on. So I've got everything there. And let's see, I don't necessarily use the Q&A, but we can just turn that on just in case someone wants to use it. If you have questions as we go along, please feel free to write them in the box. I'm happy to answer them in the best way that I can, and we will go ahead and jump in. Let's see. Hello, Helene. And so yeah, I'm going to talk a little bit about um, Chat GPT Extended, which is our PLR course that we just released. I do want to let you know that I am going to go ahead and do the DFY Live Masterclass tonight. And so I'm not going to be long tonight. And I always say that and end up staying longer than I plan to. I try to get you out of here in 30 minutes. So that's what I'm going to do tonight. And let's see. Santu, I did not see your question. So go ahead and if you can, maybe if you put them in the Q&A area, then I'll see them. Right. So you can go ahead and write them in here, if you would please. Okay, so you've got links in there. Okay, so yeah, if you wouldn't mind just cutting and pasting it in the Q&A area, um, that's going to make it easier for me to kind of get to them while I'm here on the live call. Um, so I'm gonna talk through a few things here, and then I will take your questions. If you have questions, please feel free to either write them in the Q&A or the chat area. I'll do the best that I can to get to them. Um, Once again, now, if you have not picked up our new PLR, you can pick that up at the plrshow.com/new or CHT and this is an Ultimate Insider selection. So if you are an Ultimate Insider, the your I've already put this course into your account. So if you're an Ultimate Insider and you're watching this, whether it is by replay or if you're here live, you don't need to buy the new selection. I put this and the DFY Live Masterclass in your account. If you want to attend the DFY Live Masterclass, I'm going to do that tonight at 9. So if you want to attend live, you can. So make sure that you are going ahead and jumping in there. And I'm halfway losing my voice from recording the call. So let's go ahead and dive in. Once again, now the best way to get everything is going to be an Ultimate Insider. That is what I suggest that you do. Not necessarily just for the discount. All the discount is significant, but for the sake that we're really trying to help you to get to a recurring income, and that's our number one goal for you being an Ultimate Insider. So if that is your goal, right? If that's what you're looking to do, and I'm here to help. And both Laurel and I, we are looking to find new ways. We're looking to educate ourselves so that we can educate you and to assist you in doing that. Okay, forgive me for clearing my throat. Now on Tuesday, I'm going to be doing a mini summit, and we're going to have a few guest speakers, right? A few faculty, and they're going to talk about product creation in addition to giving you the PLR about PLR. So I do this once, I think once every 2 years. I think the last time I did PLR Playbook 2.0 was back in 2021. And so I'm going to go ahead and do it again this year. And the main reason I'm doing it again this year is going to be for AI, right? So I want to talk about the PLR process. Now that we have AI, what's changed? What should you be looking to do with your PLR when it comes to AI? Once again, that's going to be Tuesday. We've got a number of speakers available. One of the speakers I think you're really going to enjoy, Ben Settle. It's going to be a little off color, I'll warn you, but I think that you will enjoy Ben and a few other people. I think Nick James and Justin and few other people, right? And even the great Kevin Fahey is going to be speaking. So make sure that you're looking on Tuesday. PLR Playbook is going to have PLR in it. That PLR is going to be about PLR, and you're going to have guest speakers. Will help you with your product creation process. You are really going to enjoy that product. Let's talk about selling your PLR offers. And then what I'll do is I want to run through a few things and then I'll get to your questions right after this. I just kind of want to talk through a few things. And I just, if I had to kind of give it a name, right, the theme of what I want to talk about is specialized to monetize. And when it comes to PLR, whether it's ours or any other PLR that you have, the key is specializing. And so a lot of that's necessarily not just for the product, but for your brand. And so if you're kind of talking to people and a specific audience, you're gonna find it a lot easier to take a product and to tailor it for that audience. And it's the opposite of what we kind of think, right? If you can kind of narrowly focus, as narrow as you can get inside of the market or the niche, it doesn't matter what niche you're in. Those of you who are, let's say, releasing and launching PLR, you want to get really narrow, right? You want to find a really narrow lane. If you are a life coach, you want to get in a really narrow lane. And if you can get in that narrow lane, what you're going to find is that when you take a product and you twist it and you get it ready for that market, you're not going to be commoditized, right? And we'll kind of get into that here in a minute. Um, Now, if you're not probably not now, we don't focus solely on the make money online platforms when we create the PLR. So when you get our videos, you don't have to worry about, well, it's going to talk about Warrior Plus because my audience, they're not really into Warrior Plus. They're not into JV Zoo. They're not into ClickBank. So I really tend not to do that. Talk about those platforms. For example, in the most recent Chat GPT extended course, I did not talk about any of those platforms because they weren't relevant, and not everybody talks to those customers to deal with those platforms. Now, everything that I talked about would still be relevant to people who buy products on Warrior Plus and who sell on Warrior Plus. It's still relevant. So even though that product is not specific to that market, all I'm really saying is that I didn't do an on-screen demonstration of Warrior Plus because we didn't have to, right? For this one. And I tend not to do that for the sake that you might want to sell this course outside of that market. And that's really what this is designed for. And a lot of Ultimate Insiders, quite honestly, when I talk to you, you're involved in niches other than the make money online market. Now, if you are, our courses are perfect. But even if you're not, you can still go to those other markets. And one of the things that we try to do um, in some of the videos that we create, in really making them short. I mean, if you compare hours to maybe, others that are involved in the make money online market, the videos tend to be long and they tend to cover multiple subjects in one video. I mean, that's not necessarily what a customer outside of our market is going to want because we're not really general outside of the market. So they're very specific. They're very focused. They're named very specific, and they tend to cover one thing. One thing I really make sure is I want you to be able to look at that title. I want your customer to see that title in your course platform and know exactly what they're getting themselves into, right? Because if you do that, here's why that's important. Because if your customer is on it watching that video on a watch page, what's going to happen then is they're going to be focused on that video and you can sell other stuff to them on that watch page. That's the number one reason why we do that. So anyway, so we tend not to focus on the make money online market. And here's where I want to land, and I call this specialized to monetize. The more specialized you are, the more you can sell it for. The more specialized you are in your market or your niche, even if you're working inside of this, of the internet marketing space, the more specialized you are in terms of your knowledge, in terms of who you serve, in terms of what you know, in terms of who your customer is, the more you're going to be able to repackage and sell the PLR that we give you for, even when you're talking about developing a membership, because a membership is going to be niche specific. If you go into a membership, right, if you go into a niche, and let's say that you want to get more members, so you say, well, I'm going to charge $37 a month, but that market is used to paying $97 a month. They're gonna even if you have the same amount of stuff in there, they would opt more for the $97 offer because that's what they're used to. And so you want to make sure that you are specializing and you know and understand what the market that you're working in, what they expect, and you want to cater to that. Right now, the number one thing to all of this is, I mean, if you don't differentiate, then people are going to be inclined to shop on the basis of price. You're a commodity, right? So if all you're going to do is you're going to rush in and do the hot topic, right? You're going to say, well, ChatGPT is hot right now. I'm going to rush in and I'm going to do that. Well, you want to make sure that you're speaking to an audience about ChatGPT, and you want to make sure you're speaking to an audience about things they're concerned about with ChatGPT, right? So you want to wrap around any PLR. You want to wrap around with the concerns of the market or niche. You want to make sure that you're doing that wrapping, not necessarily, just the content. You get a sales page, you should be working that sales page over to put those messages in there that are going to be to your particular, your special, your targeted market or niche. Now, you might not even know what that is right now, right? You might not know what that is yet. Maybe you're still figuring that part out. One of the things that we recommend to Ultimate Insiders, I recommend even outside of Ultimate Insider, is that you do a weekly workshop. And the reason I'd say that is for the same reason that I'm here every week. Is because I get a chance to, even more than looking on Facebook, right? And I know that that's a market, that's a way to kind of gauge what the market says. That I can look at the market and tell what it's doing. If I look at Facebook and I look at the internet market, because a lot of people in our niche, in our specialized niche, they hang out on Facebook. But what I have found is that the conversation on Facebook does not necessarily translate into what people want to buy. It translates into what people have already bought, but it tends not to translate into what people are really and ready and willing to buy when it comes to, specifically to when it comes to PLR titles. So I don't really pay a lot of attention to what I hear and what I see on Facebook. And again, that's just the market research that I've done. You have to really know where your market is. You've got to know what they want, and you've got to be ready to not be a commodity. You don't want to do what everybody else is doing. So if everybody's doing else is doing, let's say that everybody else is talking about mindset, don't talk about mindset. If everybody else is talking about, you know, um, I don't know what the hot thing is right now. Generative AI. If everybody else is talking about that, then you don't talk about that, right? You don't have to be an expert in that if that's what everybody else is doing. So don't always be quick to commoditize. Make sure you differentiate in some way. Now, again, you you might not be able to avoid dealing with AI. That's kind of an extreme example, but I think you understand my point. Is you have to differentiate. Um, and here's an example, right? I want to give you like a tangible example. Now, when I give you this example, it is a framework, right? It's a way of thinking about this. And I'm not saying that this is the way you have to focus. I want you to take your particular market or niche, And I want you to think about where you are and who you serve or who you want to serve, right? Who do you want to serve in the marketplace? And if you can niche down in this way, you're going to be able to charge more for what it is that you are selling, even if what you're doing is you're taking a PLR product and you're remaking it. So let's talk about, let's say, people who are starting an online business. But let's say that, well, I don't want to just talk to anybody. I want to talk to seniors, right? Now, I was told this week that that's not a good word to use, right? I was told that this week. So I can't remember who told me that. Said, well, you might not want to use that word. And I feel that, right? I'm 57. So, technically, I guess I would be. So I don't necessarily, but that's just the words. I'm just kind of giving you an idea. Um, so let's say it's seniors. And then let's say we niche down one more time. Let's say that you're focused on not just seniors, right? You're going to focus on seniors who are over 70. There are a lot of people in our marketplace who are over 70. Now you might say, well, that can't possibly be. I'm telling you it's true. And a lot of 70-year-olds that I know like are very serious about their online business. And so a person could focus just on the over 70 market. Could you niche down even more though? Right? Could you niche down even more past those who are over 70? You could niche down to over 70. And again, this is just an example. I'm not saying that this is the example. I'm saying it's another way of being able to talk to a specific market. Over 70 taking care of their parents. They've got some specific concerns. And when you start writing your copy and you start writing emails and you start talking to them on an everyday basis, and when you're in your workshop, you're sort of talking to them about some things that are in their world. And when you start talking and you're doing your weekly workshop, they might not even know why they gravitate towards you, but they almost feel like you know them because you're talking to them because you really are. And so again, I'm not saying that this particular market is the way you do that. I'm saying the model of trying to niche down and trying to find the market where you want to get to that you can actually sell to the people and talk to them specifically. And I think it was Naveed Moazes. He did Virtual Summit Mastery. He said, and I think he might have been quoting somebody when he said this, but I remember him saying this. He said, you got to niche down till it hurts because he's counseling people. He said, now don't just do a summit. Don't do like the internet marketing summit. Don't just do the list building summit. You want to try to niche down until it hurts, until you look at it and you say, oh boy, that's really small. There'll probably be 2 people there. We tend to underestimate the number of people inside of a niche. And so what I'm saying to you by giving you a concrete example is that seniors, right? Niche down to over 70, niche down again to over 70 taking care of parents, over 70 taking care of parents living in Florida. So niching down until it hurts. So talking about specialization, right? Now you may already have your market, you may already be building a list. I'm going to suggest that you take a look at either doing some segmentation or directing a product offering at a niche that you know about that's inside your niche. And you want to test that offer for that particular segment, but you don't want to charge less, you want to charge more. Because the examples in that product, they're going to be really targeted toward that particular area. So when you start talking about PLR, you have bought a license, but you haven't bought a license, let's say, to sell it as is. You haven't bought a license to use it as is. And I know that the idea was supposed to be easy, but that's not necessarily going to make you money. What's going to make you money is what I'm talking to you about right now, is specializing, understanding your market, your niche, leveraging the work that someone else did, putting something together for that market and giving them what they want. Now, I'm not saying that they're going to just fall all over themselves about what you're offering. But when you start targeting something to a specific audience, they know it's for them then, right? And it's not for everybody else. And then you're not competing on the basis of price because you're not trying to talk to everybody. You're talking to the same market as everybody else. And so that's really what the message is. You want to specialize to monetize, try to specialize in a way so that you niche down to the point where it hurts, so that you find your market. I think it is Donald Miller, right? If you never read this book, it's a great book. I read it a little, maybe a few years back, but it still sticks with me. If you haven't read it, I suggest you read it. It's called Building a Story Brand. And you will hear him repeat a mantra throughout the book. Now he's kind of he's a Christian guy, so I don't want to use the word mantra, but he would say, clarify your message so that customers will listen. That is what you want to do. Clarify your message so customers will listen. So you want to get really clear on who you are, really clear on what you offer, really clear on what you want to do. One of the things that I think Ben Settle says in one of his newsletters is you need to be able to think and speak aspirationally for your customer. It needs to be in your sales letter. What do you want for your customer? Even if there's no way that your one product is going to do for them, even if there's no way that your membership is going to do it all for them, right? You don't need to promise that, but you should have aspirations for the people that buy your products and your service so that you want them and you say that, right? Clarify what that is. What is that? What do you want from them? You might say, well, that's pie in the sky. That's not sales copy. That's not direct response. It actually is direct response. If you go and you read, I've said this over and over again, you've been on any call that I've done, I've said that one of the things you want to do is you want to there's a PDF, you can find it in search, David Fry's 12-point sales letter. And I'm saying, don't even use Chat GPT for this, right? Go get that PDF. The PDF is better than Chat GPT about this. Read the PDF. It's going to tell you how you craft a sales letter. All of modern day sales copy in our market, right? In the solopreneur, single buyer market is based on David Fry. When you look at that, when you go find that PDF, now you're going to have to just go to your favorite search engine, David Fry's, and you spell Fry Frey, 12-point bulletproof sales letter. You're going to see that PDF and you're going to see that, man, that's how you write a sales. There's no mystery, you all. There's no mystery as to how to write a sales letter. You can be bad. And I said this on the PLR Boss live call with Ultimate Insiders the other night. You can mess up a sales letter if you follow that pattern, and you'll still do better than if you didn't use it at all. Right? So I'm saying, take a look at that. Clarify your message so customers will listen. Okay. Questions. Okay, so let me pull up the questions. If not seniors, then what persons of maturity? Um, I yeah, I don't know. Someone told me that I shouldn't use the word seniors. But anyway, I think it was all tongue in cheek. I think he meant it tongue in cheek. So, um, let me see. Uh, uh, what's a better word than seniors? Yeah, I think I use it, Santu. I use that word. So, like I said, I think the gentleman, I don't know if it was, I don't know who it was. I don't want to say his name because I don't want to mess it up. But I think he was just tongue in cheek. I mean, I talk to people. I talk to him through support, so it's all good. He wasn't trying to get at me or anything. We were just talking, like conversing, right? Like I like to do. Um, okay. All right. So, okay. Question for me. Okay. Would like to know if these Black Friday deals are good to buy. Okay. Oh, this is a good question. I don't want to use System.io anymore. Okay. ThriveCard Pro lifetime. Is that a good deal? Okay. Well, I guess I have to opine about this. Um, if you want to use ThriveCard to run an affiliate program, I think it works. Now, so you basically, I think it's a way to take payment excuse me, I think it is a way to run your own private affiliate program. So for that, I think it is very good, Santu. Um, um, would I use it though for ThriveCart Learn? Personally, no. I would not use it as a course platform. I know people that do it. I know people that have it. That's a little that marriage is too close to me. I don't want a lot of stuff with my payment processor and my affiliate program. I just don't. Now, because if Warrior Plus had a membership site, I would not use it. Just so you'll know, it has nothing to do with Warrior Plus. I use Warrior Plus for what it is because it is excellent at giving the affiliates a buy button they can trust when they send it to their customers. So when the affiliate sends that Warrior Plus buy button, I don't. I mean, people say, "Oh, they got scammy products over there and all this stuff." That could be true, but here's what I will tell you: even above all of that, people trust the buy button. They know that if they know the marketer and they click on that button, they know what they're going to get. The affiliates trust that buy button. They know what they're going to get. So that's why I use Warrior Plus. Having said all that, I would not if Warrior Plus had a membership site. And I don't think they're gonna, right? After all these years, ever since I've been involved with them. I don't know Mike Lance personally, but um, I don't think they're looking to build a membership site. I think JVZoo did for a little bit, and they ran it, and I'm not sure if it was a big hit or not, because it's just too close. It's too close. The marriage is too close. There's too many things that can happen, and I don't want anything to interfere with either one of those processes. So you know what? So in other words, where the customer gets their product, and then the payment processor, and then the affiliate button, those are two things I personally don't want in the same place. Now, here's what I'll say about that. I am going to have the Ultimate Insider um, uh, affiliate program. I'm going to run that through Teachable. Right? It's not my preference. I would rather run it on ThriveCart, but I'm going to try Teachable first. So, long story short, if you want to have a payment processor, a payment gateway, and you want to have an affiliate program that you run yourself, I think ThriveCart is excellent for that. I think also that it ties to Zapier and ties to everything else. For example, I'm not saying that you would. I'm saying that if you did, the only way to run an affiliate program on Hey Summit, right? The only way to run an affiliate program on Hey Summit and not use their system is to go with ThriveCart, right? So in other words, I mean, I've had Hey Summit for years. I've never done anything with it. The only way for me to have the affiliates to promote the summit would be I'd have to use ThriveCart. So for that reason, right, I still have ThriveCart. So um, it's a little spicy, right, at 695. I would say also that if you're going to get it and feel guilty for not using it, then maybe not. Right? So in other words, I am not a fan of buying software as a solution to a problem you don't have. So the question for me always when it comes to software and platforms, and I'm on record as saying this, right? So this is anything on my YouTube channel, anything I've ever said, look back through all my training. Any software, all technology must diminish a limitation that you have, right? If it does, then you've got to look at, well, how am I operating right now with that limitation? Because when I get the new software, I'm going to have to change all that. And are those changes something I want to do? Most people don't even go through that calculus, but I promise you, if you don't go through that calculus, I'm not talking to you personally right now. I'm talking to everybody who might be listening. Not just talking to you, Santu. Um, but if you don't go through that calculus, I promise you, whatever you are buying, it's going to sit on your hard drive. It just is. Let me go through that again. I'm going to talk through that again. Again, this is kind of for you, Santu, but not just to you. I'm talking to everybody right now. The only time you invest in new technology, the only time is if and only if, and I got this from Dr. Elihu Goldratt, so it's not my original thought. And it's in a book called Necessary but Not Sufficient. Um, if and only if it diminishes a limitation you have toward being profitable. If it does, then you have to figure out whatever you were doing to deal with that limitation. If you're going to change it, are you going to be willing to make those changes? And can you make them soon so that the software will actually start working for you? Otherwise, and this is what happens to internet marketers, I don't care who you are, because if you're listening to me, I promise you, if you've bought software, internet marketing software in particular, we tend to buy software that is a solution in search of a problem. And the reason that is because we don't go through that thought process. So it might sound cumbersome, but if you don't, it's going to sit on your hard drive. It's gonna sit and it's not going to do anything when the opportunity cost of that, which is at $500 or $600, that could be deployed in a way that could do some damage in another way, right? So that's my thing. So on the merits, on the merits of the software alone, on the merits of the offer. I don't know what they're out. I don't know what they're asking for it. I already have it. I'm not going to upgrade to Pro. I already have the affiliate center, so I'm not going to be paying an additional $195. I don't need ThriveCart Learn, so I'm not going to be upgrading to that. Um, all things being equal, just the platform, my opinion, it is good for you to have as a payment gateway. It is good because it integrates with all the cloud-based services. If you're getting it to have ThriveCart Learn, that I would not do it for. I would use another platform. If you're going to continue to use, let's say, you could continue to use System. You're an Ultimate Insider. You can use the Ultimate Insider platform to deliver the product to the people. Right. So that's long-winded, but that's my answer. Okay. So that's probably more than you want to. That's probably more than you want to know. But okay. Um, Marketing Magic, the Marketing Magic app powered by ThriveCart. I'm not even sure what that is or what it does. Um, again, I'm going to come back to ask you whether or not it is a solution um, in search of a problem. If it is, then you could probably deploy that money in something that you know you need, right? So the question is going to be right now, and Black Friday is a good time to do this. You make an inventory of what you need. Here's what is keeping me from being profitable right now. Right? That's a specific set of things and tools that all of us could do. Now, the downside to that is that, you know, it could be an upside or downside. It means then that every year in November you're going to be making an annual payment, right? That tends to be what that means. And if you want to run your business that way, right now, I think Teachable approached me and Searchy approached me about, oh, we got an annual payment. You just pay us, and who is it? The Pictory. They're all approaching me, right? Restream. They're all approaching me. Um, Here's a good deal for you. Pay me today, and I'll keep you for a year, and I'll give you a big discount. Now, I could say that the discount could be worth it, but do I want to make a bunch of annual payments every November? I don't know that. And is it worth me tying up whatever capital now, right, in order to save an amount that I would rather run my business on a monthly basis. So I've just got to be able to think about that, right? So okay, um, okay. I believe ThriveCart is a cart and GHL is a funnel system. Okay, so ThriveCart will run your funnels. So it does the funnel system. So it will you set up your sales pages. Person makes one purchase, or they turn down a purchase, they get sent to another purchase set up in ThriveCart. So ThriveCart will run your funnels. Is it good to have both in case one goes down? Yes, it is good, right? That's good thinking. Something always goes wrong. It always goes lame. Yes, yes is the answer to your question. Is ThriveCart terrible as an email provider? I don't know that even ThriveCart does an email. Um, and I would, even if it did, I wouldn't use it for that. Right? I don't know that it does. But if it does, I wouldn't use it. I would still use something like Aweber, GetResponse, Constant Contact, um, what I call a proper email company. That's what I would use. Okay, let me see. Uh, persons of persons of extreme maturity. Um, okay. It's kind of like too many eggs in one basket. Yeah. Gail's concerned about Kartra. Right. I would echo that. Um, right. Well, yeah. And Lois says you can use high level for all of the payment processing, the membership, and the community. Right. You can use all those things inside of your sub account. That is very true. Thank you, Dr. Reed. Um, is ThriveCart the same as Sam Card and Creator U that seems to have merged together, but are separate? What do you think? Yeah, see, I don't like those things together. I don't like my affiliate program and my course platform together. Now, there's some things I'm okay with, right? Being together, all in one place. Those two things, man, it's just I don't want those. I just don't want those two things together. So yeah, Connie, yeah, I think you're kind of on the same page as I am. Now, Sam Cart has got some other things to it, and the thing with a shopping cart is, at the end of the day, it's a shopping cart, right? I mean, it's like, they put all kinds of stuff in there, but it's a shopping cart, right? It's supposed to work. I don't really care. Uh, I don't really care if it has lots of bells and whistles, to be honest, right? It's just got to work, right? So, you know, that's how I feel about it. So I don't want to see. Here's the other thing, right? And I will say this too. Right now, all these software companies, they're kind of bleeding into each other in terms of the features they offer because they don't want to lose customers, and I understand that, right? I dig that, and but if if they don't do it well, and I commit to them, and let's say I decide I'm gonna be in ThriveCart Learn, right? They haven't been in that business very long, and I don't know how good they are at it. And if anything happens, they're gonna shut the thing down. So I think they're a great company. I don't know the guy personally. I know and I know they've sold it recently, right? The guy who started it was a good dude. Uh, I just don't want those two things together, right? So Connie, I think you and I are on the same page about that. Um, okay, uh, marketing, with okay, let's see the Black Friday. Let's see what this is. Let's see what this is. Marketing magic. Uh, let's see what it does. Uh, okay, funnel magic, lead magic, brand magic. Uh, eh, it could be good. It could be good. I would say, my rule about this is that is this going to help you break past something that you cannot do right now? Right? Is this the thing that you need right now to keep you from being profitable? And so if it is, then I think you want to look at it more. I don't know that it is, right? It's there's nothing about this that says it's keeping you from being profitable. It's nice to have, and it's nice to get it at a good price. But let's say that you paid double this because you waited, but then you got something that really focused you on what you're missing. It seems to me that that would be the better purchase to me, right? On a logical basis, because the whatever problem you have right now that's keeping you from being profitable, whatever problem you have right now, I'm not telling, and right now I'm talking to everybody, not just you. Whatever problems we have, because I need to talk to me about this too. You solve them sequentially and not at the same time. So, in other words, and I wish I could do this on my whiteboard, but I can't. Um, if I were to put three words on a whiteboard, let's say that I put bear, I put pig, and I put tiger. Bear, pig, tiger. And you ask me to spell each one of those words. Here's how most internet marketers spell that word. We start with the B for the bear. We start with the P for the pig, and then we go to T for the tiger. Then we go back up to the E. Then we go back up to so in other words, we take longer to solve problems because we're trying to do bear, one letter from the bear, one letter from the pig, one letter to the tiger. They'll go back up to the bear, another letter to the pig, letter to the tiger. But that's not fast and that's not effective. And what we really need to do is to solve problems sequentially, even if it hurts. Even if we say to the pig, I can't deal with this until I solve the bear problem. I got to table the bear, I got to table the pig problem. And so sometimes what we will do is if we know we got the pig problem, we will go and get something that we think might solve the pig problem. But then we're trying to solve problems not in a sequence, right? So now I'm not a project manager, right? Now, those of you who are in project management, you could probably, you probably have some things to say about this. I'm just telling you from my own experience that in internet marketing, information marketing in particular, you can only solve things sequentially if you're going to get someplace fast, right? And so that would mean to me that you focus on getting software to solve the bear problem first, right? You take care of the bear problem as completely as you can. What is your bear problem right now? Then you might be another 7 months before you solve the pig problem, right? If the bear problem is keeping you from being profitable, you solve the bear problem, and then you solve it, and then you move on to the pig problem, right? Okay. Uh, is there a difference between Thrive and ThriveCard? Yes, ThriveCard is a different company than Thrive, right? Um, and Sharon says she's running an affiliate program at GHL. It's worked really smooth so far. I'm glad to hear that, Sharon. That's what's up, right? Um, incidentally, I'm going to be talking to Sharon on Tuesday, and she's going to be talking, and she's going to actually be one of our faculty at the summit, right? Um, okay, Gail says no email from ThriveCart. Email system has been efficient, right? Okay. Um, yeah. Um, why don't I want my membership and my payment gateway and affiliate software on the same? Okay. Um, because um, the affiliate platform, okay, I would not use a Warrior Plus um, membership site because I may have to switch and move to another platform any number of reasons, right? It could be mid, it could be mid, it could just be for a few products. You should be tracking your statistics in one place, right? But when you deliver your product to a customer, right, you may have to deliver that product to a customer in a place other than from that payment processor. For example, I deliver people into Teachable, right? Um, I but I do not depend on the Teachable um, affiliate platform to run my affiliate platform because I may have to deliver that in a number of different places. And so I like independence when I can, right? So independence for me is better than having everything in one place. Now, the exception to that I found, again, I'm still new to this part of it. Um, I see a lot of people doing this with the system thing, right? They're putting things all in one. I still would not, right? But a lot of people are. So I think that because you're going to be using different affiliate platforms over time, you don't put your membership site and deliver people into a platform that's tied to the affiliate system because almost impossible getting people into that platform. See, I tried to get people into Thrive. I tried to figure out how to get people into to ThriveCart Learn and how to zap them in. It's not easy to do to zap people into ThriveCart Learn, right? It just is not. And so if I make the sale, if my affiliate makes a sale in in Warrior Plus, then what I'm constrained to do then, I'm constrained to leave that link open as opposed to integrating that link in a purchase process, which I don't want to do. So I think that for that reason, because I could be using multiple platforms in terms of affiliate, in terms of payment gateway, I don't want to be limited in being able to tie to and integrate into a course platform, right? Okay. How will AI specifically help in setting up PLR products? Is it better than using spin rewriters? Um, um, is it better than spin rewriter? It can be. It takes some work right now, but it can be. Um, if when you say set up, I think that what we're talking about, Connie, is if you're talking about remaking them, I think that AI can do that, even though it is more work. Now, spin rewriter is work. I have not found spin rewriter to be so that I could quote iterate with it. So in other words, if I get an output from Chat GPT or whatever it is, then I can't go back to it and say I don't like it, rewrite it again. That's so I'm so it's spin rewriter. I can't do that with spin rewriter. I can do that with Chat GPT. And so for that reason, I like the AI in terms of understanding how to rewrite stuff more than spin rewriter. You're asking if that's Sharon from Content Sparks. It's Sharon Kinnear. Sharon Kinnear. Right? Sharon Sheldon spoke back in 2017. Right? This is the last time I've done a summit back in 2017. Sharon spoke at that summit. Right? So uh okay. Can you ask a question verbally? I don't know if I'm even set up here, Santu, for that. I got to get set up. I'm at a new desk and Zoom and um, I don't even know how comfortable I am with this yet. So at some point, at some point, at some point, um, Product Dino for a membership platform. Yes, a lot of people use Product Dino. I think it's fine, right? I have not used it personally, but I think it's fine. A lot of marketers use it, right? So um, I think it is a matter of who you want to marry, right? So do you want to marry Product Dino? If you choose to marry Product Dino, then commit to that one, and then, as they say, forsake all others. So once you commit to something, for example, um, for a long time, I was a wishlist member man. And then in 20, I think it was 2021 or 2019, um, some whoever blew up my server right from inside. And I said, I'm just not going to deal with that anymore. And there were some things I wanted to do, and I know Teachable is not perfect, but I moved over there because I let them worry about it. And so for me, um, I chose to marry Teachable because my old wife, wishlist member, was not the one for me, right? So I think you commit. Uh, like I said, Teachable is not perfect, but I'm working around, I'm finding every workaround I can with it to get it to do what I want. So I think if you're willing to commit to Pride Dino, it's good enough, right? All of them are good enough. All of them have problems. So if you know going in, they all have problems, and one's good enough, then I would do that one, right? So commit to one, and then it becomes good, right? Okay. Uh, yeah, no, yeah, that's true. Yeah, you can't because you can't talk back to Spin Rewriter, at least not right now. Um, it's not as good as ChatGPT, right? Um, so if you use Thrivecart as a payment gateway, but it doesn't have email capacity. Okay, well, when you say email capacity, it will email receipts. So what you've got to do with Thrivecart, I don't know if you set up like and somebody who works with Thrivecart could probably tell me this. I cannot remember if what you have to do is you've got to put something like SendGrid and attach it to that. But it will email receipts. And so if that's what you mean, yeah, your customer buys something, they're going to get a receipt and you can customize that receipt. Now, in terms of using it as an autoresponder, that you cannot do, I don't think. But it does have the ability to send your customers email, right? So if that's what you mean, yes, it does that. It does that at a minimum. Let me see. Name of software that writes blogs, Fiesta something. Okay. Okay. I don't know. Sharon Kinney, are you still here? Maybe Sharon's taken off. But okay. Any other questions? Okay. I may not do the I, I may not do the DFY tonight. Oh man. What's it like 7:50? Okay. So if GF okay, yeah. It will do just about everything, right? Yeah. No, I'm not saying don't use the sub account. I'm saying you should. It I'm saying I would not put I don't like putting the payment processor there. That's personal, right? Some people who use it, right, who are ultimate insiders, they put their payment processor right there. They ignore me. I don't do that for any platform. Will it take a payment processor? Yes. Will it run your affiliate program? Yes. I don't do that, right? So whenever someone talks to me, I say keep them separate because the sub account is great to deliver products in, right? It's a great site for that. It's got a lot of other features, but I just that's a personal thing with me. I just don't do that, right? But a lot of people do. So so it can is what I'll say. I don't recommend. I wouldn't if it wouldn't matter if um it wouldn't matter who made it. I would say the same thing. You could right. So what you could do is you could deliver your products with Go High Level or the sub account that you get. And if you chose to get Thrivecart, you could run your affiliate program there. Yeah, that you could do. Yep, absolutely. All right. Any other questions? These are good questions tonight. I appreciate them. Appreciate you all's questions tonight. Yeah, I would use a sub account for the membership. There is an affiliate program that you can use with it, and it works. I have not taught it yet, but you can use it. So could you use it? Yes. Yep. Now, if you choose to do well, no, the affiliate doesn't necessarily need to be. I don't know the answer to that. I don't know that they I think that you pay them through you probably pay them through PayPal through um I know they've got a proprietary one and they've got first promoter. And so I think it's like any other affiliate program. You sort of hit a button and the accumulated affiliate commissions will get sent to them. And it tends to be through PayPal. Right, but I have to research that. I think that's what it is. Right? Good question. Yeah. Yeah. So I personally, yeah, see, I personally like that's what I think ThriveCard is good at. And the reason I don't do ThriveCard is because uh I don't want to be between an affiliate and their money. Right? I would because I don't want an affiliate write me and say, Charles, uh, can you please hit the button so that I can get paid? I don't want to be in the middle of it. So that's another reason why I use Warrior Plus. I'm not in the middle of it. Once they earn the commission, it's all taken care of. And people say, "Well, I don't want to pay the fee," and the fee is outrageous. The fee is perfect because I don't deal with any of that. I don't care about what I care about the fee. I don't care if they double the fee. Now I hope they don't. If they double the fee, it still be worth it because I'm not going to be between an affiliate and their money. So the affiliate knows exactly what they earn. They know when they're going to get it. And I'm not in the middle of it. They don't have to contact me. I think they don't. They earned it. They can look at it. Now, if there's a refund, right? And I do everything I can to keep the refunds down. But other than that, right? I don't do that. Well, ThriveCard can pay them automatically. You can do it. You can only do that through PayPal, first of all, and I just got issues with PayPal. Um, and anything that goes out of the ordinary, you got to manually pay them. So there's a manual pay process in ThriveCard that if anything goes sideways, you got to hit the button. And as I said, that's why I don't use it. I have it, but I'm probably not going to use it. And that's the appeal to me personally with Teachable in their affiliate program because I don't have to be in the middle of an affiliate getting their money. I don't have to hit any buttons. I don't have to get an email. I don't have to be in the middle. I don't want to be in the middle of it. Have I heard anything about System.io as a payment gateway? Haven't heard anything yet. Right? Haven't heard anything yet. Well, again, just make sure that it solves a problem that you have, right? So if it solves a problem that you're having right now, keeping you from making money, then I say go for it. If it's not, and you know what? Now it's not easy, and and I personally don't do this, but sometimes if you miss a deal, right, you can go back and you can say, well, hey, I wasn't really ready back in November because I didn't have, this, I didn't have that, and you know, Uh, was Warrior charge monthly for using them as a payment gateway? They They charge per transaction. Yeah, loss. That's right, exactly. Um, okay, so it depends on how many sales you have. I think that the maximum is like 5%, and it goes down when you start making more sales. So I think you can get it down to like 3.5%. And but I think it's all based on how much, you know. So when you make a sale, you pay a fee off the top, right? So if you don't sell much, it's going to be 5%. But that's the same as JVZoo anyway, all right? So yeah, you're going to pay that anyway. Now you're not going to pay that with ThriveCard. Now I know a lot of people use ThriveCard because they save that money. It's not worth it to me. I don't. I wouldn't. It's not worth it. Just to say whatever it would. It wouldn't matter if it was 10%. I wouldn't do it if it was 10%. There's just certain things I wouldn't. There's certain things not worth my emotional stress and energy in this business, right? But yeah, they all charge, but you just gotta, you know, it's a marriage, right? So you get one system and you stick with it, and you just kind of make it work and do the workarounds, right? So it they all have flaws. None of them are going to be perfect. They're all going to they're all going to cause problems. So if you know that up front, right? You know they're all going to cause problems, then yeah, you just know they're all going to cause problems. You could build well if you built sales pages on Go High Level, or if you delivered a product and Go High Level, you could do the funnel and system, but if system's going to be the payment gateway, that's where the funnel would be. So in other words, system is going to move the person from offer to offer, right? So that's the way that would work. So wherever the payment gateway is where the funnel's going to work, right? Yeah, and see, I don't know a lot about. I'm going to be kind of going through that, but I haven't gone through that yet, right? Okay, so well, if you okay, see now, if you lost data that you saved on system and you hate them, then that's a relationship that cannot be salvaged, right? That relationship cannot be salvaged. I wouldn't even try. So I would look for another alternative for sure. Right? If they lost your data, okay, plain and simple. Can you hook up Go High Level and Warrior Plus? Yes, it can through webhooks. Yes, it is a process, but it can be done. Yes, you can. I do not. I personally do not do that. I deliver to Teachable. I could do that, right? And I could deliver from Teachable to Go High Level, but I don't. That's not to say I won't do it in the future, but I could do that. Well, okay, everybody. It is about every time I say I'm gonna be out of here in 30 minutes, I'm never out of here in 30 minutes. So uh I think I'm gonna push back. Okay, yeah, yeah. Sharon's talking about the buy button. Yeah. Yep. Yep. The buy button's a big deal, Sharon. Very big deal. It's all about the buy button, all about the affiliates, being transparent, right? Affiliates make money, you're out of it, right? You're done. No, 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 hey Charles, hey Charles, I know I earned this affiliate commission back in 1902. No, I'm not getting in the middle of that. Okay, great. Well, I'm glad you all found it informative. I appreciate you all hanging out with me here. You could have done anything on a Saturday night. You chose to spend it with me on am I going to do the DFY? I don't think so. I'm wiped out. I think I'm going to push it back. I think I'm going to go ahead and push it back. I was going to do it at 9, but yeah, I'm going to I think it might be Monday or Tuesday. I'm not sure. Probably be Tuesday. Okay, everybody, have a great night and a pleasant tomorrow. Take care.